Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of my distance. Continue the book of Isaiah. I have finished chapter 3 and move on to chapter 4. Chapter 4 is relatively short, probably chapter 4 and a part of chapter 5, because chapter 5 probably need more than 2 videos. So I'm just going to read chapter 4 and a part of chapter 5. So I'm going to read it first. Chapter 4. In that day, 7 women will take hold of one man and say, "We will eat our own food and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace." The branch of the Lord. In that day, the branch of the Lord will be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the land will be pride and glory of the survivors in Israel. Those who are left in Zion, who remain in Jerusalem, will be called holy, all who are recorded among the living in Jerusalem. The Lord will wash away the filth of the women of Zion. He will cleanse the blood stains from Jerusalem by a spirit of judgment and a spirit of fire. Then the Lord will create over all the mountain Zions, over those who assemble there a cloud of smoke by day and a glow of flaming fire by night. Over all the glory will be a canopy. It will be a shelter and shade from the heat of the day, and a refuge and hiding place from the storm and the rain. The Son of Vineyard, chapter 5. I will sing for the one I love, a song about his vineyard. My loved one had a vineyard on the fertile hillside. He dug it up and cleared it of stones and planted it with the choicest vines. He built a watchtower in it and cut off the winepress as well. And then he looked for a crop of good grapes, but it yielded only bad fruit. Now you dwellers in Jerusalem and many of Judah, judge between me and any vineyard. What more could have been done for my vineyard than I have done for it? When I looked for good grapes, why did it yield only bad? Now I will tell you what I am going to do to my vineyard. I will take away his hedge, and it will be destroyed. I will break down its wall, and it will be trampled. I will make it a wasteland, neither pruned nor cultivated, and the briars and the thorns will grow there. I will command the clouds not to rain on it. The vineyard of the Lord Almighty is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah are the garden of his delight. And he looked for justice, but saw bloodshed, for righteousness, but heard cries of distress. Vows and judgment. Woe to you who add house to house and join field to field, till no space is left, and you live alone in the land. The Lord Almighty has declared in my hearing, surely the great houses will become desolate, the fine mansions left without occupants. A 10-acre vineyard will produce only a bath of wine, a homer of seed only an apple of grain. Woe to those who rise early in the morning to run after their drinks, who stay up late at night till they are inflamed with wine. They have harps and lyres at their banquets, tambourines and flute and wine, but they have no regard for the deeds of the Lord, no respect for the work of his hands. Therefore my people will go into exile for lacking of understanding. Their men of rank will die of hunger, and their masses will be parched with thirst. So I'm going to probably stop here and continue to the other part next time. So this is part of chapter 4, part of chapter 5 among chapter 4. So if you recall, chapter 3 titled Judgment on Jerusalem and Judah, and talk about the vision, what he thinks, what he saw, about the consequences, what the choices made by the people. And chapter 4 says, in that day 7 women will to take hold of one man and say, "We'll eat our own food and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace." So this is say that the judgment. He said the judgment of Jerusalem and Judah. This is what one of the judgment. The title, Branch of the Lord. So in that day, the branch of the Lord will be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the land will be pride and glory of the survivors in Israel. Those who are left in Zion, who remain in Jerusalem, will be called holy, and all who are recorded among the living in Jerusalem. The Lord will wash away the filth of the women of Zion. He will cleanse the blood of Jerusalem by spirit judgment. And so this is saying that the day of washing, cleansing, for whoever dwelt in the Zion and also Jerusalem, and then the Lord will create over all of Mountain Zion, over those who assemble there, a cloud of smoke by day and a glow of flaming fire by night. Over all the glory will be canopy, it will be a shelter and a shade from the heat of the day and the rebuke. So this is saying that the God will bring the judgment and will be the shelter and the shade to protect people. The Son of Vineyard. So this is chapter 5. I will sing for one I love, a song about his vineyard. So this is a talk about my loved one had a vineyard, a fertile hillside. He dug it up, cleaned it with stone, built a stone and watchtower around it, looked for a crop of good grapes, but yield only bad fruit. So this looks so well built vineyard, but there's no fruit. And then said, like the parables, and then what happened to the now you dweller in Jerusalem and man in Judah, judge between me and my vineyard. What more could have been done for my vineyard than I have done for it? I have done whatever I could to maintain this vineyard. Why there's no fruit? Now I will tell you that I'm going to do with my vineyard. So now, since it's nothing grow up, just pull everything, and then the vineyard of the Lord Almighty is the house of Israel. So just use this parable of vineyard to referring, regardless what you do, if without this God, the mighty, the vineyard will not be fruitful. So this is, and then title, Vows and Judgment. Woe to you who add house to house and join field in field, till no space is left, you live alone in the land. The Lord Almighty has declared in my hearing, surely the great house will become desolate, the fine mansion left without occupants. A 10-acre vineyard will produce only a bath of wine and a homer of seed, only an ephah of grains. So this is saying, what is the vows to those who own the big man, building the house one after another, beyond the people, occupants. Nobody's going to live there. And then also talk a vow to those who rise early in the morning. For what? Not working in the yard, not working, but for craving the drinks. So this and they stay up at night till they are inflamed with wine. They have harps and lyres at their banquet, and tambourines and flute and wine. But they have no regard for the deeds of the Lord, no respect for work of his hands. Therefore, my people will go into exile for lack of understanding. Their man of rank will die of hunger, and their mess will be parched with thirst. So this is in the Israelites, for those who craving for drinks. The Israelites, the God will not be happy with those. So those, because of those people in Israel drink and then cause the trouble for the country. So this is about chapter 4 and part of chapter 5. I'm going to stop here. Thank you for watching.